Welcome to the last video of the day. The last one, and for me, because I love doing this, the most fascinating one. I love doing everything as well. I love doing math, I love doing English, social, science, all the ones. But I left this one, which maybe can take a little bit more time than the rest, to make. Okay, we're going to need some materials. But I'm sure you've got these materials at home. Maybe not exactly the same ones as I'm going to show you now. Yeah? But what are we going to do first? We're going to make our initials. What are our initials? Our initials is the first letter of my name and my first letter of my surname. Yeah? My name is Kim and my surname is Bayliss. Yeah? So we're going to make our initials. My initials would be K, B. Yes? So I'm going to go explaining part by part. But the idea is that we make, right, our initials in big writing, so we can decorate it later. So, I need you to look for some materials, okay? I'm sure you've got kind of these materials at home. If not, don't worry, okay? You just do it on a normal piece of paper, just with coloring pencils, okay? But the idea is that if you have these kind of materials at home, let's use them. Actually, let's reuse them, because they've been used already. For example, look at this. What are these? This is what I've got at home, remember. It doesn't have to be exactly the same as Miss Kim. You might have other things. I've got the papers, the tags that come on Coca-Cola, on the Coca-Cola bottles. Yeah? I've got boxes, different boxes of things. I've got a box of cereal bars. I've got a box of tea, a type of herbal tea. I've got a box of coffee. They don't need to be just boxes, because I'm not going to use the whole box. I'm going to use part. I'm going to cut parts out of the boxes. Yeah? I've got different types of cereal boxes. See? My kids eat a lot of cereal here at home. I've got a box of chocolates. Yeah? I've got another box of cereal. Type of cereal. So, what are we going to do first? If you have a big cardboard, like a cereal box, or it could be those cardboard plates or dishes as well, we're going to cut it. Remember, you don't need to, if you don't have any of this at home, because you're not recycling, or you just took the recycling or whatever, you do it just in your copybook or in any piece of paper, right? So, what other elements do we need? We need something to stick. Could be a stapler, could be masking tape, could be scotch tape, could be glue. Anything that works to stick things, okay? Could be any other kind of glue if you've got it home. And we need a pair of scissors. First, we're going to start with our initials, okay? So for that, the ones who have a cardboard, a big cardboard like me, let's use it. Let me see which one is better for me. This one. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is cut the box open because I'm not going to use the whole box. I'm just going to use the cardboard actually. Yeah? So I'm going to open my box up. Yeah? I'm going to cut a part out. I'm going to cut a part out. And what am I going to do? I'm going to draw my initials big, okay? Let me get one of my markers. I'm going to draw it big on the paper. I'm going to use some masking tape so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah? So, I'm going to use it on the side of the cardboard, not on the outside part of the box. Yeah? So I'm going to stick it. I'm going to stick it here so you can see it. So in the parts that are more stretched out, because mine is a little bit folded, because if not it doesn't fit in my recycling box, I'm going to make my initials. My initials are, remember it has to be big. K. I have a K and I've got a B, right? A B. Okay? There we've got our initials on the cardboard. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm running out of battery. Okay, so I'm going to charge it. Yeah? I'm going to charge it. Give me 1 second. I'm just going around here to charge it. Don't worry, things that happen during the videos, that's fine. It's not that terrible. Okay? So, it's me right in the middle. Don't get a fright. I'm right here. Okay? Now, yes. So, back to our initials. Once I've drawn my initials, I'm going to cut them out. I'm going to cut them out. So, for me it's easier to do it like this, to cut one at a time. So I'm going to separate my initials and I'm going to cut them out. Yeah? I'm going to cut them out. So I have on my cardboard my initials. The idea is that, oh, that's why it's not cutting, you see, because the masking tape is right in the middle. The idea is that we do it as best as we can. Remember, I know that some are better at writing, some are better at cutting, and that is fine, that's not a problem, okay? I decided to change it a little bit on the way because I thought it was too thin. So if you see my cutting is not exact, because when I was cutting, I said, it's a bit too thin, some parts. So I decided to change it on the way. Yeah? So, I've got my K ready. Ready my K. And now I'm going to my B. I'm going to cut my B. Probably we won't finish this activity during the video, okay? So we will have to work after this. But it's a super cute activity and you can hang it on your doors, you can hang it in your bedrooms, wherever you prefer. Because it's a very, very nice activity. You can even do it for somebody at home. That's not a problem. You can do it for your sister, for your brother, for your mother, okay, as a present. Oh, Mother's Day is gone already, but Father's Day is still to come. And that is not a bad option to do, you see. My B initial has some holes. So if your letter has a hole as well, we have to make that hole, okay? How would I do it? I fold it where the hole is. I cut a little bit so I can go into it, yeah? And I can make my hole. If you have no holes, for example, the people who have an I, who have a T, who have a C, who have an F, who have an H, don't need holes, don't have holes in your letters, right? I do have holes. And I've got two, not only one. So I have to cut it out. Now, I'm going to my second hole so we can start decorating our initials. I repeat, the ones who don't have these materials at home, it's not terrible. You can just use paper and normal colors, okay? I'm not going to die. Yeah? Okay, I've got my K and I've got my B. So, I'm going to stick them. This is just for you to see them, yeah? That's all it is. I'm not going to do anything for the moment. It's just for you to see them there. Now, what are we going to do with the rest of the things I brought? What am I going to do? I'm going to cut the different things I brought, yeah? I'm going to cut them into smaller pieces, yeah? Maybe squares, maybe rectangles, maybe different shapes. It's up to you. I'm going to cut a little bit of everything. So I've got different textures and I've got different colors in it, yeah? That's what I want to do. I want to have different bits and pieces. For example, I just cut my Coca-Cola tag and now I'm going to cut them just any different way, okay? I'm going to cut them in diagonal, I'm going to cut them in triangles, and I left some rectangles. So now I've got, can you see? Different little pieces of this kind of paper. Then I'm going to go to my tea box. Yeah? I'm going to go and cut my tea box. You don't need, I insist, it's not the whole box that we need, right? And I'm going to go and do the same. I'm going to go and cut pieces off the box. Yeah? So I can have my colored recycled papers, because that's what we're doing. We're doing colored recycled papers because these were already used, yeah? And we're using them again. Okay? So, I'm going to cut them in different shapes again. I'm just cutting them in rectangles and squares, okay? I insist. You can do it in any way you want. Sometimes cardboard is a little bit hard to cut. Yeah? So now I've got my tea ones ready as well. Look, can you see them? My tea ones. I'm going to put them together with all the rest because after I'm going to mix and match. Okay? Now I'm going to go and cut some of this yellow one because I want my initials to be super colorful. So then I'm going to go to this yellow one and cut a bit off. Yeah? And I'm going to do the same. I'm going to cut different bits to have more colors in my initials. Yeah? The more I have, the more colorful my initial will look. Okay? So now I've got my yellow ones. Oh, Miss Kim put too many together and she can't cut them. Remember, when it's cardboard, different to paper. Papers you can put quite a few together and you can cut them quite easily. Cardboard is not that easy, right? It's super hard to cut. So I've got two and that's enough for me. Maybe a man can cut more together. I can't. For me it's too difficult. Yeah? So there I've got more different colors. Oh, they're flying everywhere. To put on my drawing. Oh, and I was forgotten. Look, my coffee one fell over. My coffee one has gold color. It has a gold color. So I'm going to get this cover I found a gold color. Look at the color. Can you see it? I've got a super gold color, so I'm going to make sure I cut the gold parts out, which are not that many actually on the box, because it has some red in it, it has some black, it has some skin color, yeah? But I'm going to make super sure I can get as much gold as I can from it. Yeah, okay, I think that is it. And the bits that I've got left, I'm going to make them smaller or into different sizes. Yeah, I insist, the more colors we've got, the better and the more colorful it gets. Okay, now look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Let me just put them into my hand here. I've got lots of bits and lots of different colors. So I'm going to use my tea box. I'm going to stuff them in there and I'm going to mix them up. Yeah? I'm going to mix them all up. And now I'm going to start sticking. First of all, I'm going to do my K, okay? One initial at a time, of course. And I'm going to stick it with glue. So I'm going to get my glue. Yeah? And I'm going to start taking bits out. I'm going to put glue on the bit. And I'm going to stick it. It does not matter if you go past the borders of the cardboard, because at the end, we're going to cut all the leftovers, we're going to cut them off. So it's going to be straight and it's going to look tidy. The idea is that we use different bits. This again is actually up to you. You can use different bits, different color bits, to go next to each other. Maybe you can, if you want it all the same, you can do it all the same, yeah? I'm just taking different bits, putting glue on it, and covering all the cardboard. The idea is that we don't see the cardboard, right? We just see the covering, yeah? So, we go gluing different bits of our materials we've got, and we go covering our initials, yeah? We go covering the different parts so we don't see anymore the cardboard. And like this we continue and we continue till we cover the whole thing with bits. The ones who don't have the bits, yeah, and are doing it with colored pencils, as I said before, it is fine as well. It's not a problem. You will have to do the same that we are doing, yeah? But instead of cutting, yeah, instead of cutting and covering the cardboard, you will have to decorate your cardboard or your paper. You will have to go decorating it so we don't see at the end the color of your paper, okay? So there's no white if you're using white papers, or there's no purple if you're using a purple paper. The idea is that what is at the bottom is not seen at the end of this activity, yeah? That is the main idea. So, yes, it is a bit messy, this work, not that terrible. It's just papers and sticky fingers, yeah? It's not that terrible. So, as I said, we carry on. I insist, it doesn't matter if it goes past the borders. Yeah, look at this. It doesn't matter if it goes past. At the end, when the glue is dry, I'm going to cut all the leftovers so my borders are neat and tidy. Yeah? Okay, I'm going to carry on sticking. Yeah? Sticking and sticking and sticking. So I carry on covering all of my cardboard. As I said before, I like different colors stuck together. But if you want it to be all red or all yellow or whatever, that's fine as well. That's your decision. It's your work, not mine, right? I like it different. I like it colorful, but that is me. Yeah? That is me. You know, I like colorful things. So we continue and continue sticking. If some of them don't stick, like mine, but now it's not sticking, maybe we will be able to, in a while, staple them. I just do and it's done, right? Some textures and papers are easier to stick than others. You see, my Coca-Cola tag goes on super easy and it's super flexible. Not like other cardboards. They're not that easy to stick. Yeah? Maybe if you've got other kinds of papers at home, I don't know. You can also use other kinds of papers. Yeah? And this is what we do. We go sticking and sticking and sticking and sticking and covering what we are doing. As you can see, we can stick and stick and stick different colors or cardboards or thingies. That one is not sticking properly. Okay? You decide what you want. You can even do it with paint as well. If you've got paint at home, right? Remember, this doesn't mean that you have to go and buy things. No. It's things we've got at home. Miss Kim didn't move from her house to do this activity. She had everything at home. And I repeat, if you don't have any cardboard, but yes, you've got paper, just do it on your paper, right? Just do it right there. The idea is that, as I told you before, we're not going to be able to do all the initials, right? It's an activity that we're going to continue during the day. As you can see, I've got half of my K ready. Remember, it needs time to stick, yeah? It's not that fast to stick. And when we finish, we go on the back side and we cut all the leftovers, everything that's off the limit of the, or you can even leave it like this if you want. Yeah, I like it tidier, so I'm going to cut the borders. But if you like it like this is fine, okay? You cover the whole first initial, and then you cover the whole second initial. And then you will have your initials beautifully done, okay? So, enjoy the activity. I love this activity. I can't wait to carry on doing this, okay? Have a great afternoon. See you tomorrow in Zoom class. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.